Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Live Dive, and the weekend is almost here. I'm sure you're about as excited as I am to have a little bit of rest and relaxation this weekend. As always, what I want to remind you before we get started is this coming Sunday is Super Bowl Sunday, and we will be having our party after the evening service this coming Sunday, February 4th. It will be at Brett and Angie Frazier's house, which is right off of McIntosh Road. If you need directions or you need the address, whatever you need, feel free to contact me, text me, or contact me through social media, or just come to me in person. I'll be more than happy to help you out. Please bring your favorite chips or make your own snacks or recipes, or bring drinks. That we have a lot of drinks and food to enjoy while we watch the game. It should be a lot of fun, and I think we might even have a couple of other interesting little things in store for you for, again, this coming Sunday evening. After our evening service, we'll be having our Super Bowl party. So, for the past month, the month of January, we've been talking about making godly choices, but now we've got a new theme, and that theme is marriage and family. Marriage and family, and specifically today and during this weekend, we're going to be talking about how marriage is the foundation for family and discipleship. And I think talking about marriage at this time of your life is very important and relevant no matter what phase that you're in. Maybe you're not dating and you're just not really looking. You're just kind of in that phase of just living life. Or maybe you're looking. Or maybe you're dating, trying to explore your options and looking at who maybe God has for you. Or maybe you are in a serious long-term relationship right now. Wherever you are, this is an important discussion to have. Because maybe for some of you, you're thinking, what's the big deal? Why is marriage so important to us as Christians? Especially when we live in a culture where, unfortunately, we've seen a lot of divorces. I don't think any of us have gone through this life without being affected by divorce somehow, whether it's our parents or maybe some friends or somebody else in the family. We've all been affected by divorce and things like that. But here's the thing. Marriage is important, and we're going to be talking about that through this month of February, why marriage is important and still is something that you should consider, especially if you have that desire to be with somebody. But today, the very first thing I want to tell you about why marriage is important and why that's something to consider is simply this, is that God ordained it. God wanted it for us. And we have to go back to the very beginning in Genesis to see that. When God made Adam, and he granted Adam all that he could have in the Garden of Eden, God noticed in Genesis chapter 2 that, Adam was alone, and he didn't like that. It says this in verse 18 of Genesis 2, "And the Lord God said, it is not good that the man should be alone. I will make an helpmeet for him." And so we see that, and we've heard the story a million times, but that God actually causes Adam to go into a deep sleep. And while Adam is sleeping, God takes one of Adam's ribs and creates a woman out of that rib. And of course, we know that that woman would be named Eve. And when Adam sees what's been done, in verse 24 of Genesis 2, he says this, "Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh," talking about how marriage really is a union of two souls becoming one. I said two souls, two souls going into, really combining into one soul. And the thing is that from the very beginning of time, God established marriage. It's ordained by him. It's something that he wants, and there's a reason why he wants it. See, the world is better with marriage in it. There was a man by the name of William Tyndale who was actually a very important figure during the Protestant Reformation, and he helped translate the Bible into English. So he's a very important figure, but even he had something to say during his time about marriage. And this is what he said. "Marriage was ordained for a remedy and to increase the world, and for the man to help the woman, and the woman the man, with all love and kindness. In other words, what he's saying is exactly what God is saying. The reason why marriage is a good thing is that it's good for the world. And that's something that for you to consider, especially if you're kind of cynical about marriage, or you're in a relationship, you're not really sure if you should step forward in marriage at any time. I'm here to tell you today, one reason why to consider it is because God ordained it. God wants it. God says it's a good thing. So anyway, I hope you enjoy your weekend as we get ready to discuss more about marriage and family during this month of February. But until then, I'll see you on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. upstairs in our gym mezzanine. We will have free donuts as always, and we will, as I said, continue to talk about marriage and family. But until then, have a good night. God bless, and have a great weekend.